the past 12 seasons, Hell's Kitchen has seen all kinds of chefs. From the wildly combative
Listen to me! You better get out of my face!
Home bitch.
to the mildly delusional.
Come back to like a baby!
Too crazy. The angry.
Let's go step You ain't nothing but a bitch.
To the anxious.
I'm sorry, chef. I'm sorry, chef. I'm sorry, chef. It's my fault, chef.
And the passionate.
You're burnt, Fran. Let me see your
No,
just
shut your mouth.
To the talented.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Hell's Kitchen winner Christina!
This year, 18 chefs from all walks of life will enter Hell's Kitchen.
What do I want you to do? Rock this service! I love the way that sounds. Now shut the up and cook!
And while they are a unique collection of individuals,
What the is going on?
the quality that stands out most about this group of chefs
Oh, 3 minutes!
Come on, Caleb. Working harder. I am working hard.
Where is it?
I'm ready, chef. I'm here to win.
is their unwavering commitment.
I'm gonna get in there and fight. Guys, come on!
I'm not gonna be ready for 3 minutes.
Yo, you suck, dog.
You gonna cap somebody?
Yeah, everyone knows how the I roll.
And it's a good thing they're so dedicated, because this season they will be, if not outright tortured,
There you go.
We need a medic. Medic.
certainly tried.
No.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel here. It's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back with another anti-capitalism deep dive YouTube video topic. Today I'm going to be doing the Pure Evil, the Hell's Kitchen reality TV show files, deep dive, capitalism, true crime, etc. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic. But before we get started, disclaimer, I've already made a Gordon Ramsay, deep dive YouTube video topic. I talked about Hell's Kitchen in that video, but in this video, I'm specifically only going to be talking about, Hell's Kitchen. I'm not going to be talking about, mainly Gordon Ramsay. I'm mainly going to talk about the reality TV show files itself. So before we get started, all my YouTube video topics that relate to this topic, other reality TV show videos I've done, the culinary world, etc., they're going to be on the screen right now if they're related to this topic, if you'd like to check my other YouTube videos out. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic.
Should not be difficult for the red team. I was just
And
like,
that what the does he have against
he
me?
threw you in
I don't know, but
don't
there's
know.
something going on there.
What the does he have against me? Ariel? Like, it's clearly like he's threatened by something, but I'm like...
I don't know. I think he was pissed about you guys arguing today, probably.
But he was the one that was arguing with me.
I know.
He was
but
the one that
I know.
But no, that
You want your chicken?
that was just stupid. No, I mean, I feel for the guy. He was a nice guy, but
Yeah, but nice fish from nowhere in this.
yeah, he wasn't.
Not even the only person he was yelling at was me.
He wasn't helping us at all.
And not even
And
that.
then
How
he
can you
said
help
he-
anybody or be the strongest on the team when you cannot sear
He
a mother
he
steak?
said he's the best chef on the red team, and all three of us looked at each other like,
We're
what
going
the
to a
fuck?
steakhouse. My nigga, you don't know how to sear a steak. I don't care how thick it is, how thin it is. You don't know that the pan should be smoking. The pan should be almost to the point of being on fire. And I believe Chef Aaron and Chef Ramsay both said that to us.
Yep.
They're hot, thank you.
Over in the blue kitchen, Benjamin is already beginning to plate.
Robin, after you finish that asparagus, I need you to pass to help me plate up. Heard! Keep an eye on the foie gras and those fillets.
Heard
Flip
that.
them over, glaze them, please.
I'm a born leader, and I do push my guys, and I try and get them organized, and I try to keep positive, and I'm not going to let anybody step out of line in our team.
Beef is coming, chef.
Gotta go, red team. Let's go, please.
I need that spinach, please. Worry about your beef. How about I get that spinach, Michelle?
Oh my God.
Gordon Ramsay, verbal abuse in kitchens, the commercialization and glorification of celebrity chef abuse. The multi-Michelin starred chef and restaurateur owns restaurants across the world and also has made a name for himself through various television, TV shows, and engagements. Where reality begins to blur, however, is the disconnect between his personality on screen versus in real life. Hell's Kitchen, amongst other shows, portrays Gordon Ramsay as a violent, aggressive, verbal bully, to say the least. As such, the back of the houseworkers he manages are not only subjected to constant verbal and mental abuse, but are portrayed as understanding that this is just part of the job. Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen shows fat-shaming nightmares. His daughter Tilly is at the center of a row after being called chubby by LBC's Steve Allen, but the hot-tempered chef has from his own volcanic outbursts. DJ Steve Allen was condemned a while ago for calling Tilly Ramsay a chubby little thing. His comment about the 19-year-old CBBC presenter led to calls for his resignation from LBC, where he has worked for 42 years, amid accusations of fat-shaming and body-shaming accusations. Responding on Instagram, Tilly wrote, "I won't tolerate people that think it's okay to publicly scrutinize anyone's weight," which is kind of ironic because, embarrassingly enough, the teenager has a fat shamer close to her and in her own home. Gordon Ramsay, who is a producer of the Hell's Kitchen reality TV show, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay has had a long history of using the word fat as an insult towards Hell's Kitchen contestants and even at people outside of the show. He's called Hell's Kitchen contestant Robert from season 5 and season 6 fat multiple times. In 2012, Ramsay opened a restaurant in LA called The Fat Cow, which was a restaurant in which a contestant from season 11, Cindy, went to on her challenge reward win with him. Gordon Ramsay's PR team rather unconvincingly tried to deny that it was an insult, saying the cow is something we all eat all the time but don't appreciate. So the title of the restaurant is just a nod to that. Only a few months earlier, Gordon Ramsay had called Hell's Kitchen contestant Sarah Hoshawiz a fat cow on camera. In 2012, the season 10 of Hell's Kitchen, where chefs line up to be verbally abused by him, he told contestant Clemenza that his chef's whites looked like a teepee, adding that they were so big he could use them as a sail to cross the Atlantic Ocean. At another point of the show, he called Clemenza a baby rhino. Other contestants have been called chunky monkey and other fat-phobic comments. On the topic of Gordon Ramsay's hit television reality TV show, Hell's Kitchen drama. Winners of Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen almost never get the promised head chef position. Updates on past Hell's Kitchen winners and where they are now. Are they still working in the position they were awarded? Were they even awarded the prize they were promised? Heather West was the season 2 winner of Hell's Kitchen, and instead of getting the executive chef position at an Italian restaurant in Las Vegas, she was given the title of senior chef. The season 4 winner was given a demoted position from what the prize originally was left, and the season 5 winner, Danny, was supposed to be a head chef at a casino in Atlantic City, but instead was given a job as a sous chef position and ended up quitting. Season 6 winner was treated as a line cook instead of a head chef, like his prize stated, and left. Holli, the Hell's Kitchen 7 winner prize, was to be a head chef to a restaurant in Britain, but she was unable to get her work visa for the UK and was given a cash prize instead. Season 8 winner got a demoted position for a prize too. It doesn't seem like the work is worth it when most of the chefs were given demoted positions. Gordon Ramsay betrayed me, says Hell's Kitchen winner Holli, season 7. TV contestants fury over Savoy Grill job prize that never happened. The only thing missing when London's Savoy Grill had reopened after a 3-year period of a $220 million renovation of the iconic Soyville Hotel is Holli, the winner of the 7th series of Hell's Kitchen in America, who was promised the head chef executive position role as her prize. I'm extremely disappointed and I feel a little betrayed, she says, but I'm more upset that I have heard nothing from Chef Ramsay himself. All I've seen is his press release saying I'm not going to London after all. Chef Ramsay has claimed that Holli could not be given the position because the Home Office failed to approve her work visa application, but she says my winning season finished filming in February 2009, and Chef Ramsay and his people have almost 2 years of planning for this. I called about 20 million times to find out what was going on, Holli says. Holli had already felt cheated when Gordon Ramsay announced this summer that Andy Cook had been hired as the Savoy Grill's head chef and that she was to take a subordinate position. It's false advertising, she says. On the show, I was told that if I won, I'd be the head chef of the Savoy Grill. It was said repeatedly during filming and aired on TV. Since then, I've heard him say that the head chef's position was never open to me and that he hired Andy Cook long before I won the competition. Yes, Hell's Kitchen has opened a lot of doors and opportunities for me, but now I'm not going to London. It would be at least nice if Gordon Ramsay himself had the decency to call and let me know what was going on. I know it was only a reality TV show, but it's my life after all. Elise Harris, also known as the Diva Chef from Hell's Kitchen, has said and stated publicly that she would never go on Hell's Kitchen again for a third time or any of those types of reality TV shows she's done in the past. She said the reason for why she would never do those shows again, but more specifically Hell's Kitchen, was because how reality TV can destroy people's images by presenting heavily edited and curated versions of their lives, often highlighting negative aspects or manufactured drama, leading to a distorted public perception that may not reflect their true personalities and potentially damaging their reputations or career prospects, all while reality TV shows profit massively.
TV in that fashion, and I think that's what she's speaking to. That's definitely something I can speak to, being on Hell's Kitchen twice, and everyone's always like, you should go a third time. I said, absolutely not, because it takes years to rebuild your image when you go on a reality TV show that has certain characters in mind that they mold. You know, they only show, if you're watching a 30-minute episode, they're only seeing a small portion of your personality. And people take that and they run with it, right? So I can definitely understand that she's like, no, on the bigger and better things. I'm not returning backwards, because, again, rebuilding your image, once you get the ball rolling on that, you're unstoppable.
We got to give people the ability to just change and shift when they need
Exactly.
to shift.
Elise was always getting horrific online abuse from people after she won the show twice. People were threatening her life. People were saying she should get in a car accident, a fatal car accident. People were calling her racial slurs, such as Jezebel and the German anti-black slur bimbo. People made up false rumors about her. People were also coming after her motherhood, saying that she was a bad mom without any actual proof of it. That's why she says she keeps her family life off of social media.
I know you're a celebrity in your own regard. Do you keep these type of conversations with your family? Like, hey, listen, don't.
Oh, absolutely. I got to start with the baby.
Cookout stage at the cookout.
Yes, I got to start with the baby, the 4-year-old, because she will tell it all. She will tell all the business. Like, guess what, John got the tea. But no, on my Instagram, I try to keep it professional. If you notice, I don't really post a lot of my family stuff on there. It's because people be wilding. And keep that negative energy to yourself, because I'm a firm believer that people can speak negativity into your life, and you can absorb it if you allow it. So I think it's very important when it comes to family, friends, to keep it out the public eye as much as possible. So it's almost like protecting that relationship.
It's almost in private. She doesn't really post about her family on Instagram or her social media platforms as a whole because of the haters harassing her family because of what they've seen on a reality TV show that's heavily edited. And that's why she keeps her Instagram strictly business/professional related. That's why she keeps a low profile and family life on private and focuses more on, her career. Speaking of Hell's Kitchen, a lot of people think the way that Barbie was treated on the show, both seasons, was racism.
Worst moments?
How about me being up for elimination every single time?
What's so funny, Dana?
We wanted her gone.
Why?
Because I could cook. Nope, that wasn't why.
Robin, Dana, Tiffany, Kimmy, and Michelle were always coming after her. Michelle was calling her crazy and gaslighting her all season. Tiffany threatened to choke her out. Surprisingly, she was not kicked off the show because of that threat. The show didn't kick her off or anything. And Dana couldn't come up with an answer as to why she hated Barbie so much when confronted by Gordon Ramsay. Former Hell's Kitchen stars recall on-set experiences with Gordon Ramsay in new Dark Side of Reality TV docuseries. Episode of Vice's Dark Side of Reality TV documentary features Hell's Kitchen. Former Hell's Kitchen contestants opened up about their time on the cooking competition reality TV show and specifically their on-set experience with the show's host, Gordon Ramsay. Ariel Malone from Hell's Kitchen Season 15, who is half black, spoke about how the show fooled her into thinking she would be and get the head chef position of BLT Steak.
Didn't go on Hell's Kitchen to be a celebrity. Like, I went on Hell's Kitchen to catapult my career to get a higher paying job as an executive chef.
A role that comes with a $250,000 salary. At least, that's what she thinks.
My understanding was that I would be the executive chef of BLT Steak in Las Vegas. When I got there, it was mostly they wanted me to kind of like be on the floor. They didn't want me in the kitchen. They wanted me just to like take pictures and kiss babies and that kind of thing. And I'm like, no, I'm a chef. And they're like, no, you're paid talent. Go take a picture. And then when it was like, I did all this work. I prepped the kitchen. I'm ready to go for service. They'd be like, just kidding. He's going to run service.
That whole position that they're offering and that they're dangling, it's almost like the actual position itself was just to promote whatever establishment was opening that wanted their name repeated over and over and over again. Contestants are disposable.
Tech, give me a jacket and leave Hell's Kitchen.
And that $250,000 per season that they're giving out away, he's making per episode. So, does he care about any of the people that are on it? I don't know.
I know that there are contestants from this reality show and other reality shows that have like killed themselves. So it's like, at some point, is somebody going to care about the human beings that you're making money off of?
The winners of Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen reality TV show almost never get their promised head chef positions. Ariel alleged on the documentary series that her win on the show was supposed to include a position as the executive chef of BLT Steak in Las Vegas, Nevada, though she was later informed that her role at the restaurant was technically only paid talent, even though she's a chef and trained to be one. The show makes it seem like they're actually going to be the head chef or the executive chef of these restaurants. That's what it's advertised as, but instead they just get to take pictures with fans at the front of the house, kind of like bait and switch. Instead, it seems like she went on the documentary to say, along with the other chefs on the show, asking the question, does Gordon Ramsay or the producers actually care about the chefs off the show, or, when they get off the show? Ariel went on to say about reality TV shows, a lot of people have unalived themselves after being on reality TV, and she says at some points, is someone going to care about the human beings they're making money off of? Which I agree, because reality TV is very exploitative industry and very exploitative in nature. You got some very problematic things on the show. Then we saw the problematic moment with Kristen on season 15, episode 14.
I think everyone's got a crush on Ariel and Kristen. I'm like, what about me? Nobody has a crush on me. I'm really sad.
What's your name? You're cute.
I'll be 18 in 3 months.
You'll be 18 in 3 months? Yeah. You want to go to prom. These high school kids do not have palates. So, charming them is basically plan B. You're so cute.
Kristen, stop trying to pick up kids.
Jared? I'm trying to be prom queen. Will you take me to prom?
Yeah, I'll take you.
Who doesn't like a pretty blonde girl? I understand that, but he wanted an answer.
In the red team. Hassan, weakest two, who are they?
Chef, I can't make a decision off of one.
You can't make, okay. That's told me a lot about you.
The pink chicken is the only thing that kind of goes against her. The raw burger, that was Kristen's fault that they put out a raw burger. Jackie took the initiative after Kristen something up and said, let me make a burger. Granted,
Right.
Jackie should have the wherewithal to say, okay, I only have a few minutes to fry this burger. I'm gonna make the patty thinner, whatever the case may be. But that was an afterthought when Kristen kind of lost her head and couldn't get it together. Somebody that's a leader has to be able to have knowledge that someone coming straight out of culinary school, you know what I mean, have those little insider tricks that they didn't pick up in culinary school. But I still would never have voted her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not the weakest cook on our team.
With her being a 27-year-old grown woman flirting with underage high school boys on the Hell's Kitchen show at the challenge, people claim that Jackie should be kicked off the show because of the ashtray incident, but where was all this energy for Kristen doing this? Because what Kristen did was 10 times worse. It's never okay to flirt with a minor, and I found it hypocritical that Kristen and sous chef Christina claimed Jackie needs to act professional in the kitchen, and how Chef Christina was calling Jackie the cancer of the team, but yet Kristen flirted with underage high school boys at a high school during the challenge, which is not professional at all. It's the furthest thing from being professional, and fans of Hell's Kitchen seem to overlook this because Kristen has pretty privilege and white privilege because she's a pretty blonde, woman with blue eyes. It's absolutely ridiculous. The Hell's Kitchen producers should have removed Kristen from the show because that behavior is unacceptable.
I'm glad we won, but I'm pissed the fuck off. You just saw the first two and I was kind of like pushed out.
You want my attention, you say my name.
If we want to work together, I need to be heard.
You want attention, you say
Yeah.
Frank. That's how you communicate.
Okay, this is
You want
not
to
how
speak
you-
to me, you say Frank.
Frank?
Frank.
Frank!
You get into that habit because
Well,
if you want somebody's attention, you say their name.
How am I gonna do this?
This day sucks.
Why don't we start piling them up that way?
All day long. Amanda's up there in the truck organizing while, the men are carrying the ice and the wine to the kitchen. Well, she's like a perfect example why I fucking can't stand working with women. She's pathetic.
Fuck is Amanda? Come on now, homie. I'm fucking fuming right now. Amanda is nowhere to be found.
I'm afraid that I may have done something to myself to permanently take me out of this competition, and I don't know what to do right now.
There was, supposed to be 2 people prepping this station over here.
On the same season, you had Frank Calla from season 15, Hell's Kitchen, claim he can't stand working with women, and he was sexist and misogynistic throughout the whole entire season, and showed lots of misogyny all season long. He put up a dish on Chef Andy's wedding, sous Chef Andy's wedding, and did it because he wanted to exclude Amanda because she was a woman. And in the end, being on the show costed him big time. One day after he publicly apologized for saying on national television that he refused to work with female Marines, Frank was fired as the chef for the commandment in the Marines and reassigned to the Marine Enlisted AIDS program. Then you have other unsavory characters such as Matt from season 16, who is by far the most hated chef from Hell's Kitchen.
What I compare it to on the East Coast, is that a slider? That is a slider to me.
I think we're looking for something ground.
I'm from the East Coast, so a lobster roll is a lobster roll, and then a slider is something completely...
I didn't say it was a lobster roll because it's made with shrimp, obviously. Is this a slider? To me, it is, chef. To you, it's not.
Are you kidding me? Calm down, Matt. Don't be a pit bull right now. These chefs know what they're talking about. Your slider is not a slider.
Who after the show was confirmed to be a racist towards Hassan from season 15.
Whiny bitch like that to just shut up and cook. Take her off my hands. Take her up back and put a bullet right between her beady little eyes.
That's the point. We're counting down, okay?
Trev, let's go. Just quit bitching. Let's put it out.
Not bitching, man. It's salads. How long does that take?
Quit it. Drop it right now.
You two, come here. Look at me. Come here, you. I need a team. Less shouting, and how about a little bit more cooking?
And other extremely problematic chefs include Jason from season 4, who was misogynistic, sexist, on and off the show, and Trev from season 8, who wanted to put a bullet between Sabrina's eyes and was rude to her all season long, claiming he was a nice guy when he was far from it and he was not a nice guy. Then you have problem of unfair eliminations.
It sucks that it came down to basically one dish, even though you put so much effort into your food. You obviously think that some of your dishes, if not all of them, were better than most of their dishes. Just knowing you lost and you disappointed your sous chef and your chef, no one wants to have that feeling.
One prime example of this on Hell's Kitchen is Robin getting a black jacket on the All-Star season 17 season of Hell's Kitchen. Chef Gordon Ramsay claimed that on season 17 he brought back chefs who had to have passion for cooking.
Get it in the pan. Get it hot.
Where's the laying right now again?
Young lady, come here 1 minute. Did you just put the lamb into the pan where the beef came out of?
Yes, because it was hot.
Oh my God.
The one thing that there is never a shortage of in Hell's Kitchen are saute pans.
Benjamin, come here. Fucking dare
I apologize, Benjamin.
You stick the lamb inside the beef pan. That brown caramelized.
The spice and
the
flavor.
Get out.
I'm not worried.
I've got this. It's all about taking shit home.
1 out of 5.
I don't know who the hell this bitch thinks she is.
Then during the final, Robin used a dirty pan to sear the lamb that the beef had come out of, pulling a Tiffany from season 10, which is a sign of no passion. I think Gordon Ramsay regretted letting Robin keep her black jacket. He seemed pretty angry with her. One of the most angriest scenes I've seen with him on the show, honestly. And also when Nick was eliminated by a random CEO of a company, decided the fate of him.
That's a lie.
Okay, well, I'll do both then.
Yes, you are. You're gonna work garnish because you said you were. And there's nobody else to. So yes, you are.
Dana, she wants me to do her garnish, so I'll jump back and forth.
While Michelle reluctantly starts the garnish for Barbie steaks.
Can you help her get new potatoes on, please?
She's got dry burned potatoes. It's another clusterfuck, just like the fish course.
I need that spinach, please.
Worry about your beef.
How about I get that spinach, Michelle?
Oh my God!
Michelle's the least deserving Hell's Kitchen winner of Hell's Kitchen history. A lot of fans of the show thought that Gordon Ramsay was playing favorites with her and treated her like the golden child of Hell's Kitchen and let her get away with sabotaging her fellow contestants.
You chippy idiot. I asked for one nominee and why.
You want a fucking jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker. I don't need this or that. I don't need some limey fucking prick talking to me like that. Without skipping a beat, go back home, I'll work. Anybody would fucking hire me to work in their kitchen and they'd be proud to have me there. Fuck him. Fuck him.
And obviously, as we know, Hell's Kitchen at the end of the day. However, you know, obviously they have to have drama and stuff for people to watch the TV show. But it's not just me. Lots of fans of the show talk about how unfair eliminations are and how the show is all about ratings and TV ratings and drama and how, you know, there's just so many unfair eliminations, honestly. So it's not just me. Not just this, but there's been drama along with Hell's Kitchen about, you know, certain chefs being platformed to spew their bigotry, like their sexism, questionable characters on Hell's Kitchen. Two of the rewards that were very controversial was on Hell's Kitchen. I think at one time the contestants went to SeaWorld. SeaWorld is known for abusing orcas and putting capitalism profits over the orcas' lives and the killer whales. SeaWorld's parking lot is bigger than the tanks that the orcas live in, and he's promoting SeaWorld on Hell's Kitchen. And not only that, but like, I think on season 18 of Hell's Kitchen, they went to the Playboy Mansion.
Is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Renting or finding, living up at one of the most exclusive residences anywhere in the world. The iconic Playboy Mansion. Oh man, this is fucking amazing.
I mean, Hugh Hefner is a predator, and, you know, he's a capitalist pig who takes advantage of, you know, women, and you know how awful the porn industry is. And not only that, but Hugh Hefner is a stalker. He stalks Marilyn Monroe after his death. Like, why is he, like, putting this and promoting this on his, like, Hell's Kitchen reality TV show? You have Hell's Kitchen fans calling out Hell's Kitchen because of the amount of injuries happening on the reality TV show as well, such as in season 23 of Hell's Kitchen, 3 chefs left the competition due to injuries. Schnat, hospitalized for a torn rotator cuff. Yuri voluntarily withdrew to nerve pain, and Brett, who experienced a pinched nerve. Ariel Malone fell and broke her foot after drinking a little too much in the dorms, and also the way the men treated Amanda on season 15 after she hurt her back during delivery day when they lost the challenge. All the men on our team were so misogynistic and hateful, they didn't go back and help her at all, and that says a lot about them. Frank should have been removed from the show because the way he acted towards women all season long was unacceptable. The Hell's Kitchen Reddit is kind of a complete disaster as well.
Well, let me tell you, big boy, one day when you've got 14 Michelin stars, 37 restaurants, 2,742 staff, then you can put fucking mayonnaise in your tartar sauce. Okay, first name is?
Guy.
Guy, you're from where?
I was born in Israel.
In Israel?
Yeah. In Israel, I was a drill sergeant. I served in infantry for 3 years. It's gonna take a lot to break me.
Okay, what is it, Guy?
First of all, they didn't come.
There's good content on the sub, obviously, on Reddit, but the moderators in the Reddit play favorites and are complete hypocrites. They sent me a message saying they banned me from the sub for 7 days because I made a comment on a thread about someone was asking why military chefs were such bad people on Hell's Kitchen, and I brought up how Guy from Hell's Kitchen was in the IDF, Israel military, and the mods claimed I was being aggressive and took down and shadow blocked my comment so no one can view it, and locked the person's post so nobody else could comment on it. They claimed I should report other people's comments if they are not following the rules. But I've reported, people on that, sub, people making bad comments on the sub and being hateful for body shaming Elise. And, and they never get their comment deleted or taken down or get, banned from 7 days from the Reddit or any of that. The rules state in the sub, no vindictive content against the chefs. These chefs are real people and should be treated as such. And don't use insults or language against the chef's real-life demeanor unless it's proven to be true. But yet, people are allowed to bring up Elise's family members, talking about her husband and her children on the sub when they have nothing to do with her being on the show. People are allowed on that sub to body shame Elise, saying that she looks disgusting and how she looks like a man and how she doesn't look like a woman anymore. But I post one comment that is true about Guy working in the IDF for a fascist evil regime, Israel, because Israel is a bad, country that is, genociding Palestinians, and I'm the one that's being aggressive. They cherry pick who they want to ban from the sub when it comes to breaking the rules, and also people on the sub really try to downplay a 27-year-old woman, Kristen, from Hell's Kitchen, season 15, flirting with underage high school boys during episode 14's challenge 2. It's really gross to see people defend her actions.